One of the other concepts that you might want to review is bivariate data. And the questions usually are pretty straightforward because they'll give you either scatter plots and they'll ask you about correlation coefficient. Is it a strong positive, strong negative, or moderate, weak, based on which side of um, the R scale it is assigned with. So what happens is um, on a scale, your R scale. So your R scale is varying from -1 to 1. That's it. So whether it's a -1 or a +1, both are strong. But by looking at the graph, you need to decide whether is it going to be a -1 or a +1. Or these all numbers are usually pretty strong. Then from -7 to -6 and so on. And then this goes on 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on all the way 0 point. I forgot to add that 0 point here. My apologies. My mind is just looking at the number after the decimal. So this is -0 point, -0.8, -0.7, -0.6 and so on. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.1 and so on. And even 0.9. So if the dots are going down, that means the correlation coefficient have to be a negative. Alright, so the correlation coefficient have to be a negative number. Keep that in mind. And if the dots are going up, your correlation coefficient have to be a positive one. And depending on how close the dots are, it will be either moderate, weak, or no correlation. Remember guys, the points, if they are very close to each other, that's a very strong correlation. But if the data is a bit, but still you can make a pattern, bit scattered, but still you can say, oh, this looks like it's going up or down. As long as your best line of fit, if you kind of estimate your best line of fit and the dots are very close to this line, you can still say it's moderate. There is some correlation, but it is moderate weak. Or moderately strong towards a stronger end, or moderately weak. Something like that. You can give your own descriptions. All right. So please remember how you define something by looking at a scatter plot, and how you can assign a R value by looking at the graph. If you can review this much, you are good to go.